Hello Floss Tube, it's Buckle Stitch back for an update. I have been really rubbish at trying to post regular videos. Just had a little look back on my YouTube account and I haven't done one since, might be the end of August, something like that. Couldn't see the date, but just working out based on little bits that I'd jumped to see what I'd showed you all. So yeah, I think sorry, I don't know why I haven't really done it as often. Partly one of the reasons is that I normally wait till my husband's on a night shift and he hasn't really done many night shifts recently. But then I suppose I could have just gone into another room or gone upstairs or something. But yeah, I just haven't had the time or got around to doing it. So here I am. I might sound a bit nasally. Well, I do to me. That's how I sound in my head. Yeah, I'm just getting over a cold. I had the day off sick from work on Friday. I felt awful. Nose just streaming, too much information. But just the thought of, trying to stand up and teach, like battling through that was just awful. So I had to ring in sick. But it's Sunday night and I will be going in tomorrow because I no longer need a tissue permanently attached to my nose. So should be alright to do my job as normal, I hope. Okay, so I've actually done quite a lot, I think, since I last did a video. I feel like I've got loads to show you. I haven't organised this in any particular way. I've just got a bunch of stuff next to me and it might all be in a funny order. I might think of random things as I go along. But yeah, so I'll start off with a couple of finishes. So last time I showed you this one, I had just some of the writing left to go, and it's one that I stitched quite a bit when I went away to Vancouver in the summer, and I've now finished it. So this is Dare to Fly by Silver Creek Samplers, and colours are showing up quite well actually. So yeah, like cloud effect sort of fabric, opalescent as well, and it uses a range of weak starworks, I think, plus a few anchors that are substituted in. But yeah, so I don't know if you can see sparkly there. So I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I haven't thought about framing yet. What's that? Haven't thought about framing this just yet. I might take it along to the Milton Keynes retreat in a couple of weeks. Just put it on the finishes table if people are interested in having a look. And then I'll maybe think about framing it after that. So yeah, I really like the bird cage and the bird. And it was quite nice and quick to stitch up, really. So yeah, pleased with that one. So I think there was only maybe a couple of months between starting that and finishing it. And then my second finish, I've actually got a third finish, sort of a mini finish. I'll show you that next, after this one. So, and this is La Boutique by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I think I had this on the go for maybe over a year. If I looked back at my Instagram, I'd work it out. Maybe not quite a year, but a significant part of a year at least. So yeah, really pleased with this. This is stitched on like a cream colour opalescent even weave, and it uses, I think, all anchor threads. I am an anchor user primarily, although I do have some DMCs. So I just kind of, whatever colour it calls for, I look to see if I have it in anchor or DMC. This nice bit of, did I use Petite Treasure braid for that, or did I use Krennic? Can't remember, but it's a nice bit of sparkly gold there in the chandelier. And I think yeah, the lady's got some gold in her belt and her bag as well, and the dog's bell. So yeah, again, not going to frame it just yet. I'll take it to the Milton Keynes retreat and lay it out on the table if anyone is particularly interested in looking. And then I will frame it afterwards and put it in my little cross-stitch corner. Yeah, so there's still quite a bit of space on that wall that I will slowly start to fill up with all these new starts that I've started. So my third sort of mini finish is the third building on Main Street. Sorry if I keep sniffing and sounding a bit gross. I'm way better now than I was on Friday. That's the thing, it seems to get me really quickly. So like Thursday at work I was fine. It just hit me Thursday night. Thursday night to Friday I felt awful. Friday I felt awful. Didn't feel that great yesterday, but then sort of yesterday night started to pick up. So it kind of comes and goes really quickly, which is lucky. So anyway, I finished the gazebo on Main Street, and this did not take me as long as the other two houses because there's obviously not as much there to do. Yeah, so that's 3 out of 10 done. I did have a plan originally to do one of these at the start of every other month. So, like on the... No, I can't remember when I organised it exactly, but... And I didn't stick to that. I just kind of picked it up when I wanted to, really. Just going with the flow. So, and I've already sort of gone out to do the pavement ready for the next one. I can't remember what the next one is. Keep having to look up the picture of people that have done this all as one project to see which one's next. I can't remember. I've got them all because I did buy them as an auto ship and I was receiving them far quicker than I was stitching them, but that's fine. I've got them all in my bag, project bag, ready to go. So 3 out of 10. Maybe in a few years I'll have done 10 out of 10. So yeah, that's that one. I think that's all my finishes since I last filmed. But yeah, like I say, I could suddenly remember there's another one floating around and show you that as well. Okay, so I'm bound to leave some stuff out. Right, okay. So the next one I will show you. Oh, I'm getting all confused. Well, I'll show you this one. So the next project, lots of these are new starts. I've had a burst of new starts in recent weeks. Lots of which is fueled by my recent interest in Halloween patterns. Never really was one for Halloween before, but kind of have a new appreciation for all the cool Halloween cross stitches you can get. So yeah, I've jumped on that bandwagon. Not quite 13 for Halloween, more like 4 for Halloween, but still 4 is enough for me for the moment. Okay, so this is not a Halloween one. So my friend about 3 weeks ago had a baby boy, and she's also a cross stitcher. So I waited until he was born. She didn't know if she was having a boy or girl, so, and I know she knows that these things take a while, and I know she wouldn't mind if it wasn't ready for when the baby was born. So I wanted to pick something that wasn't going to take ages and something that would be more I was going to say more boy or girl orientated when we knew what the gender was. So his name is Alex, and there will be another 2 little trailers on the end of this train with an E and the X on, obviously. So yeah, I've done the front part and I've done the first two sort of trailer carriage parts of it. Actually, no, I haven't finished the front yet, because I've realised that the A is not attached to the train, and I think there's more, yeah, there's stitches I haven't done within that bit there as well. So yeah, I'll get a nice sort of panoramic frame for this when it's finished. His name is actually Alexander, but I think she's going to call him Alex. I think so. 4 letters is about right for my length of stitching. I think if I was going to stitch Alexander, I wouldn't have picked this design because that's a lot of letters. But Alex is fun. Yep. So yeah, that was from a copy of the World of Cross Stitching magazine. That was in, I've got it here, World of Cross Stitching issue number 254. Not sure how recent, or I think it's in the last year or so. Oh, I think, yeah, I think it might have been March's issue, so there you go. So that's that one. That fabric is an even weave from a Sparkly's grab bag, but I can't remember what count or type of even weave it is. So that's that one. Next one is one that I haven't touched for a while, but Tina, Simply in Stitches, reminded me in her video the other day that these need to be posted off by the end, well, probably in the next week or two actually. And it is the Mr. Cross Stitch Bauble, for the Mr. Cross Stitch Bauble display that's going on. So as you can see, I'm quite nearly finished, and I'm not 100% decided what I'm going to do with the sort of star shape in the middle of this bauble. I was going to do some sort of something silvery. Don't think I'm going to fill it all in, but I wasn't sure whether to kind of outline sort of the navy blue that's left with silver. So I might try a bit, see what it looks like, and then decide what I'll do with it. So this is being stitched on 14 count navy blue Ada. Probably stands up actually. It's quite stiff. Oh, you get the idea. So yeah, and the thread is a Threadworks one. Don't know the number, but that's what it looks like. I bought this from the Knitting and Stitching show at Ali Pali last year. Get lots of it. I think it was about a £5, but you do get lots of it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm quite pleased with how the variegation has come out on it. Looks pretty spread out, I would say. Not too many clumps of one colour in one place, which is good. So yeah, I will work on that this week and maybe finish it next weekend and post it off. So that's that one. I'm actually going to Alexandra Palace again I'm going on Thursday after work to the Knitting and Stitching show. They have a slightly later opening time. So normally I'd go on Saturday or Sunday, but I go with my sister. My sister is working night shifts on Saturday and Sunday, so she'll need to be asleep. She's a nurse. So on Thursday it's open till 8 PM. So I'm going to leave work as early as possible, get on the train. I only live about 20 minutes, 25 minutes away on the train, so I should be able to get in there by 5 PM, I would say. Normally I don't leave work till about 5:45, but on rare occasions when there's something important to do like this, I will be out of the door not long after the children have gone home, and yeah, I aim to be in the door looking at cross stitch stuff at Ali Pali by 5 PM. And my plan this time is, rather than, because obviously I've got a shorter time to look at stuff, rather than sort of wandering up and down each row of exhibitors, I'm going to make a note, go on the website and make a note of the stalls I definitely want to visit and go there first. So Trudy Ann Designs, Sew It All. I know they're both definitely there because I've looked those up. And then a few others that come under the cross stitch category. I'll make sure I go there first. And then anything else I get to see is a bonus. So, and if worse comes to worse, and if I run out of time and don't really feel like I'll get to look at stuff, I can always go back on my own on a Saturday or Sunday if I want to, without my sister. So, but yeah, going on a Thursday should be pretty cool. It's the first day of the exhibition, I think. It's on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay, what's next? Okay, so here is a new start. I haven't seen this before. This was influenced by my good stitchy friend Bo Ribbon. Probably about a year ago, when I first met her at the Milton Keynes retreat on the first one we went to last October. I think she was stitching this, so it's Barbara Anna Wicked Since. I'm going to put 1987 there. So I purchased this, and this is as far as I have got, which is quite a lot really. So yeah, it does look like I've been stitching quite a lot. My needle minders from Lakeside Needlecraft. I needed a few threads, so I just, you know, threw it in the basket. Add into the Halloween collection. So this is stitched with a variegated DMC. What is it called? What is it called? Espresso, that one. So you can see there, sort of greys, browns. So yeah. Oh, I'm holding this upside down. Yeah, that's the right way up. He's upside down. Yeah, and this is being stitched on an even weave from Sparkly's. Again, oh no, I've got the name of it. Lemon and Lime, and it is a 28 count Brittany. Yeah, 28 count Brittany called Lemon and Lime. And I've checked and double checked, it is definitely big enough for this design, just about, with this much of a margin or border. Yeah, so that's that one. The first of the Halloween starts I'll be showing you. Here's another one of the colours which is used for it, which is really cool. This is a DMC Chilean Sunset, I think. Yeah, Chilean Sunset. So that's that one. So I'm trying to keep tidy as I go. So that's that one. God knows how many whips I'm up to now. I daren't count. Okay, so that's that one. I'm showing that one, done that one. Oh, am I? Is that it? One. Oh, I think I've got 3 things left to show you. Okay, so I did show you this in my last video, and I'd only done some of the black outlining. So this is Strike a Balance by Emma Congdon in Cross Stitch Crazy, the August 2018 issue. I bought the colours that I needed for this from Michael's in Vancouver, which I did a little video of at the end of my last video. And this is my progress on it. So I did quite a lot of this Well, I did a bit of it on Friday for about half an hour when I had a little bit of energy on my sick day. But yeah, and then I did some yesterday. So I thought make quite a bit of progress on the black, so then I can fill in lots of colour, and that's how I'm going to go with this. I think do quite a lot of black, then switch to some colour, then do some more of it, because it's almost just like filling it in really. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool actually. So this is just being done on a plain white 14 count Aida. I didn't think there was much point going for a hand dyed or particularly colourful fabric for this one, as it's, well, pretty much full coverage. You won't really see the fabric when it's framed. Not really sure how I'm going to frame it. It's going to be circular, so whether I just frame it in a big hoop or take it somewhere to get framed, I don't know. Or do something else with it entirely. We shall see. Okay, so that's that one. There is one I can't find. Oh no. No, got it. Here is another new start. So I saw this one when I was on Creative Poppy buying Wicked Scents. I didn't buy it at the time I bought Wicked Scents, but then I've been thinking about it off and on. And I kept thinking, I really like that. It's really cool. It's really different. So I went for it. And it is called Abracadabra, I'll Put a Spell on You. Designed by Monique Bonin. And you can see that all the letters are made of witches doing something. I don't actually think I'm going to put I Put a Spell on You on it. I think I'm just going to do the Abracadabra. I think. It'll be a while before I get to that stage. But I think I'm just going to do Abracadabra. So for this, instead of doing it in just regular black, I had a little look around on Lakeside Needlecraft and some other places, just at the Weeks Dye Works or Gentle Arts or any sort of slight variegated black, just to make it a bit more interesting. And I settled on one called, it wasn't a Weeks Dye Works, what did I buy? A Gentle Arts, and I decided on one called Blackboard, and I bought 3 of them because I wasn't too sure how much of how much thread it would actually take. It'll probably tell me on there somewhere, I'm just too lazy to look. I might need to buy some more, but I might be okay. But it's actually not really that variegated. It was called Blackboard because the close-up of it looked like it had tiny flecks of white in it. But you can't, or maybe you can. You can see how it's not black. I think if I was to compare it with a DMC or an Anchor, you'd see it's kind of black, as if it was a blackboard, and it's got sort of like chalky residue left on it. But it's not really variegated as such. It's just a slightly, yeah. I keep trying to look to see if it is, and sometimes I think it is, and other times I think no. So yeah, it's a slightly chalky black, if that makes any sense. So this is as far as I've got, and I'm quite pleased with how far I've got. So the C was about in the middle, and then at the bottom it's got Dabra, sort of the part of the Abracadabra word. So I've done all of C, all of B, and I'm just doing the A, and then I'll go on to the D, and then I'll do the R and the A for the bottom, and then I'll do the rest of the word going up. And this is being stitched on a green opalescent even weave. It was from Sparkly's like bargain bin in April's Milton Keynes retreat. So yeah, looks a bit grey in the camera, but it is sort of sparkly green. So yeah, I'm enjoying that one. You notice sort of little details in it as you stitch it that you don't necessarily see looking at the pattern first time round. That's that one. I've got another new start planned. I haven't actually started it yet though. Well, obviously. This is going to be one I take to Milton Keynes retreat in a couple of weeks. I've kind of ripped this out of a magazine and I can't really see it. Oh, there we go. So, Halloween hanging from World of Cross Stitching. Not sure which issue because I've taken it out of the magazine. And I have picked a Fabric of the Month special from Sparkly's. It is 32 count Murano, peachy orange colour. And then I've just picked some anchors and DMCs to do that with. So yeah, I'll make a start on that. I think maybe we'll do 2 new starts, I think. I can't remember, but that's one of them. And I've got plenty of other stuff I can start if we do 2. So that's that one. And the last one is I had a new start today. And that is Which Better by Frosted Pumpkin. So I've never stitched a Frosted Pumpkin before. I really like them, but just for some reason I've never stitched one before. So this is as far as I've got. And I did a lot of the black, and I've just mid purple on the my part. And this fabric is Mystic Marble. It was one of the Lakeside Needlecraft bi-monthly fabric of the fabric of the month, you get what I mean. So yeah, I love the colours on this. I love how the greens go with the oranges and the purples. Just yeah, really like it. So I wanted to give that a Frosted Pumpkin first one a go. And my needle minder, along with this one, I have bought recently from Lisa at No More Lost Needles. So thank you very much, Lisa. Really love them. Put this one, perfect for this chart as well. So yeah, there we go. Now I think that is pretty much everything that I have done since I last uploaded a video. I'm just looking around. Can't see much else. I haven't, you've seen what I've bought through new patterns and threads that I needed to start some of these things. So no massive amount of haul. One thing I have done is I've been trying to condense my magazine collection. So I've been subscribed to the World of Cross Stitching and Cross Stitch Crazy for maybe 4 or 5 years or so. So when you think that's 2 magazines a month for 5 years, say, that's quite a bit of storage space. And since kind of moving and helping my parents move, and just their loft especially, has made me realise I don't really want to be a hoarder, and I don't ever want to get to a stage where I've got as much stuff as they had in their loft. And I think it's easy, especially if you're crafty, to become a hoarder. I think it's all the stuff you need for your hobby and the amount of crafts you're into, you end up collecting a lot of stuff. So, but I'm trying not to get to a stage where I feel like I've got too much stuff to even be able to look through it. So what I've decided to do, I've decided to keep a year, or any magazine that was out in 2017 and 18, I've kept intact. I've just ordered them and, as in, put them in chronological order and kept them. Any from before that, I'm slowly working my way through, going through them, ripping out any charts I could possibly, I think I'd ever want to do. And I've got myself a box file and I'm just storing them in there sort of by category. So there's loads of Emma Congdon patterns. So I've got an Emma Congdon section, alphabet section, like that train alphabet I'm doing for my friend. Christmas design, just anything that I think I might like, I'm just putting in there. And I'm not sure how many other magazines I've got left to look through. Probably about another 30 or 40. But I've definitely done more than that already, so I'm nearly there. Yeah, so anyway, I think that's it. Sorry. So I'm going to try and take a couple of little videos when I'm out at the Ali Pali on Thursday. I might, if I've got enough, I'll upload that as a separate video. If not, I'll keep it and add it to the end of another update like this. So thank you everybody for continuing to subscribe to my channel, even though it's been a bit inactive for the past month or so. Yeah, and thank you for liking and commenting. And if anyone has any questions, please put them underneath the video and I will get back to you. So thank you very much, guys. Bye.